Welcome back, guys. Guess what? New environment, same people, same show. This is the Ball Pod Football Show where we talk about everything football, the Premier League, the league leaders, relegation, and those who are struggling at the mid table. Hi, Chelsea. But here we are in another episode. I am Kelvin Washira.
I'm Emmanuel Obiri.
I'm Dan Zuki.
Yes, and today we want to talk about this weekend's fixtures or this game week's fixtures. And Chelsea are starting off this weekend yet again. And they will be playing, who will they be playing? Westham. So relegation battle was mid-table battle. So, Westham Chelsea. What do you think, Obiri?
First of all, it's a very good fixture. It's something that at least we can see maybe the new team, the new Chelsea squad members, whether given a week they can a little bit show some improvement. Mm-hmm. I am expecting Chelsea to pull a result, maybe a 1-0 win. But because again Felix is back. Last time we said Felix was supposed to be back, but he wasn't.
He was still serving his suspension.
Yeah, but I expect, because Chelsea are building on back towards the front, like our defense is improving significantly. Our mid is improving.
I also heard N'Golo Kante is in training.
I haven't seen him on training. Okay, he is likely not to start even if he's in training, because maybe he needs some more time. But what I would just say is, right now, I'm not so sure. Again, our coach, maybe he needs a pre-season with the players. Maybe he needs more time. But all we expect is a win as Chelsea fans.
How many goals?
It's just a 1-0 win. Because I don't see us scoring. We don't have like the scoring machinery right now.
Guys, let me just say something. Guess which coach won a cup in his first half a season without needing a preseason? Yes, Mikel Arteta won the FA Cup without needing a preseason. So those people crying of preseason, okay, continue crying. But anyway, let me give my thoughts on this Westham vs Chelsea game. Okay, with Felix being back and Havertz not performing to the level that he's supposed to be performing, I expect a dominant Chelsea performance. I expect Chelsea to actually win this game because Westham seem to be struggling to score goals and they're just not in it. But then if Chelsea are not on, if the Chelsea do not come and bring their A game, Rice will disrupt that midfield and West Ham have the players to kill them. They have Bowen and Michael Antonio and Bertrand in transition, so they will find a way to kill you. So otherwise, with Felix back and Madueke playing very well and Mudryk probably going to show why he was bought for all that million, I expect a good performance, a 2-0 win for Chelsea. Dan?
Well, again, I support what Kelvin has said. I think Chelsea should win. Actually, they should score even 3 goals in this game. We have Felix Joao Felix is coming back, and also the mid support. I guess maybe Felix will play like a false 9 position or something.
Yeah.
Then you have Mudryk, you have Enzo. And then you have so I see Chelsea winning. However, I didn't like what Potter did the previous game versus Fulham. He served Mudryk at halftime. Then Chelsea attack was done. Yeah,
he was flopping.
I don't know why he left Havertz, and Havertz was the guy who was looking like most.
Play a striker. The only person who can play a striker maybe is Fofana and the Felix guy.
Okay, but my prediction is a 3-0 win for Chelsea.
3-0 win for Chelsea. Yeah, so in consensus, I know somebody, Mr. City, is not very happy. We were not all supposed to be giving prediction this game week, as he was very correct on almost all, and like us. Now let us go back to the second game, and I hate it's Arsenal who are going to be playing playing Brentford at home. I hate the fact that we are again playing after Chelsea has played. I don't like it because this Chelsea team maybe leave us all their bad luck. I don't like it. But anyway, the good thing, Brentford are coming home. But I'm also afraid of this Brentford because Brentford are only one of 2 teams who have gotten more points than Arsenal since January. So Brentford are a dominant side. They're a team that we should all be afraid of.
Forced to reckon with.
They are forced to reckon with. But I expect Arsenal to beat them because the last time we lost, we played Brentford immediately after. It was the Man United. We played them next and we dominated them at their home and killed them. I expect the same thing from Arsenal. I expect them to come, play our way, force them back, make them fight for all the balls and still score. I expect a 3-0 very dominant performance from Arsenal. No jokes. Biri.
Okay, I think Brentford is a very solid team. I can see the goalkeeper is a very good goalkeeper, and to my my observation is he makes very important saves that keeps Brentford in the team, and Brentford, they seem to have more or less like a team than a one man show. That really helps them. I don't think they will be able to beat Arsenal though, because Arsenal are looking to bounce back from the loss, and maybe they could do a 2-0 win or a 1-0, but chances are I would go with a 2-0 win. Yeah, I don't know.
Very correct.
Actually, the only advantage Arsenal have is because they're playing at home. I'm predicting Arsenal should also drop some points. Probably get a draw versus Brentford. Yeah, maybe a 1-1 because I'm seeing Brentford scoring a goal. As you said, they're a solid side. I know Arsenal will come with the pressure and wanting to win, so they might be caught up in that going up, pressing, committing too much. Then you have these guys from Brentford who one chance they're very clinical. Also from set pieces, those guys are good. So I'm predicting a draw, and Arsenal will draw points again, guys.
There is a difference between predictions and hoping. So Dan, please keep your emotions in check. But yeah, everybody is entitled to their own opinion, and I know everybody wants Arsenal to lose. You'll still continue to wait the way you waited from September till January for Arsenal to lose. You're still going to continue waiting. So I think we can also talk about there's going to be
Manchester United are playing Leeds again.
Yeah, Manchester United will be playing Leeds again on Sunday. And I heard the Manchester United coach saying he was very angry. They were very angry, and the players were very angry because they could not start a game like that. They can't wait to play Leeds again. They said if they were to get Leeds tomorrow, they will kill them. Now I want us to see if they are going to kill this Leeds team when they get the Leeds team on Sunday, because this Leeds showed they can actually cause problems to Manchester United, and Manchester United showed that they are vulnerable when they are being pressed, because almost all their goals came when they are being pressed and Bruno Fernandes losing the ball very carelessly. So I'm expecting Leeds to come and put up a show. They were 2-0 up, unable to hold on to the lead, just like Spurs were a few weeks ago, and then they made it right when the City came home. They made sure they made things right. So I expect Leeds to make sure they make things right. 2-0, and this time hold on to the lead. And I'm expecting a Leeds win.
All right. For me, I would just say simple. For Manchester United, the absence of Casemiro and the absence of Eriksen is their downfall. And I am not saying that they would not be as good this time round, but I just think that they are not. There is a stability. There is an element of stability they lack with those two key players, and so from that, I think Leeds could win a 1-0 because I mean Leeds have they showed they have the courage to go toe to toe with Manchester United and even pull a result, but unfortunately they were not able to hold on to the lead. But I just think a 1-0 could be the likely result.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so me, I'm predicting another draw. Yes, yeah, we can say Leeds are a good side. They show they can challenge United and all. But again, I feel that United, and also how the coach will prepare the team going to Leeds, these guys they'll be more energetic and they'll have that revenge mentality. So the best Leeds, Leeds United, Manchester United. So the best result Leeds can get here, maybe a draw, another 2-2 maybe. Yeah.
Very exciting fixture. And then let's talk about another potentially exciting fixture. I might call it potentially because Tottenham are Tottenham. We never know what we can expect from them. But Tottenham will be playing Leicester and Leicester will be at home. So I expect something that I cannot even predict. But I still expect Harry Kane to continue his scoring brilliance. So probably a 1-0 win for Tottenham. Nothing too much to talk about in that game, I don't think so. What do you think of it?
Well, for me, I would go with Leicester because of the way they bounced back the last game, and I think the creativity of Maddison and Barnes and how they took the game to even overturn the results was quite impressive. And I think maybe this is how this game would give them the morale to go ahead and win like a 1-0 or a 2-1. But I would just think Harry Kane would score, so I would just say 2-1 win for Leicester, because I would say I'm not convinced with the way Tottenham are playing, but it seems like Harry Kane is usually, if you have a striker who scores the goals, you are likely to win. Yeah.
Done.
Again, I think nothing much from Tottenham. I think Harry Kane will score again, but Leicester is the team to watch out here. They're also battling from relegation zone, and the way they played again, Emmanuel amesema, the way they played the game against Aston Villa, coming 2 goals down to win 4-2. That's amazing, and they're home this time round. And Tottenham have not been the solid team we know them to be. So they get a result one weekend, the other weekend they go, they concede. So I think Leicester should win this 2-1 to Leicester.
2-1 to Leicester. Okay, I'm the dark horse in this one. But let's talk about the other people who have somehow been surviving but not actually getting the goals, and they're also playing another team that made very good signings. Bournemouth vs Newcastle. Bournemouth will be at home. Newcastle have been playing well but getting draws, not really getting the results that they want, and now they're going to Bournemouth. Is it a potential loss for Newcastle? I think it is. I actually think it might be. Newcastle have just been trying. I think if they were to get a loss, I think it might be to Bournemouth. I don't think they'll get a loss to a big team. I think they will lose to a small team, and I think Bournemouth might be the team. I don't know why, I just have a feeling. So I'm expecting a 1-0 win for Bournemouth, 90th minute.
Well, for me, I just think it could be a goalless draw, because one, I think the form of Almiron has been quite a thing in terms of their goals and their conversions and getting results. And you realize when he was on form, they were doing quite a good job. But right now, I think they are struggling to get the results. Chances are, because again Bruno is still on his red card, and he's the midfield maestro of Newcastle. So I would just say a goalless draw would be there, because I don't see Newcastle conceding.
Okay. I agree. Newcastle are not conceding. The previous game, I don't know what happened, but I think Newcastle should win this game. They're challenging for the Champions League spot. They've shown they have the quality to remain top 4, and also if they lose another point now, they'll start going down the table, right? So Newcastle will fight hard and win this particular game. I'm seeing a narrow win, maybe a 1-0 to Newcastle.
Okay, I need us to talk about something, because people are just expecting all the big teams continuing, but this is the time when the teams that are fighting relegation are actually harder to beat than the teams that are on top, because they are actually fighting for their lives and players are fighting for their career, so they have to die on the pitch. The teams on top are just fighting, I don't want to say a trophy and such, but for a team like Newcastle, maybe European football, but they also have a cup final to think about, and if they get Europa League, it's still a win for them. So, and they do not have such a big squad to maybe continue fighting and play all the games. Not as bad as other big teams, but they're not playing as many games as big teams, but they're also playing so many games continuously. So I start expecting some small teams to win. Last weekend was maybe just one of the many teams in the relegation that are going to actually surprise people. Yeah. So the other team, Aston Villa, will be playing Manchester City, and Aston Villa I think will be at home. And Aston Villa were 2-0 up, and then they conceded and lost that game. Aston Villa have Emery, and Unai Emery is the king of haram football. He's the inventor. He's the one who teaches how to play haram and counter. He has the players to counter. I don't think it's going to be a loss for City, but City need to be careful. They might just win it, but not going to be an easy game. I expect maybe a very tough 2-1 win for City, but if they're not on their A game, if they continue playing like they have been, I'm seeing 3 losses on the bounce for them. Dan, it's your team. Take it.
Well, yeah, talking about Man City right now, it's quite hard for us as fans, because looking at our performance versus Tottenham, it was just pure chaos. I didn't see any team performance. Haaland didn't get any touch in the box and didn't have a shot at goal. So it shows you how we are very reliant on our strikers for us to get a results. And also the supply to Haaland is cut short. And I'm saying any good manager in the league can tell that. And all they have to do is cut the supply to Haaland, and we fancy a chance to get a result against Man City. And also we have politics to deal with. I don't know what's happening in the Premier League. Man City are being, I don't know. So there's a lot of things happening. Yeah, there's a lot of things happening, and I feel that this will kind of destabilize the team. Or maybe it might be an advantage. Maybe we'd want to show people that, hey, we are still Man City. We are still going to do this. It's a very hard game to predict, given that we are going to play away to Aston Villa. So I'll give it a 2-2 draw. Yeah, a 2-2 draw.
Okay, City fan being realistic. I think it's fun for City fans. I know it's very difficult for City fans to actually wish for a win, but anyway, it's been difficult for City, and I had forgotten about the problems, the off the pitch problems. Yeah, but I think something that maybe cost them in the Tottenham game, I don't know what Pep Guardiola is trying, different things, but him not starting Gundogan, him not starting KDB, and then you still start Haaland, then it negates the need for Haaland, because Haaland is a player who needs supply. So if you don't put suppliers next to Haaland, then what is the point of having him? If you don't have Haaland, and if you don't have KDB and Gundogan, then get rid of Haaland, put Alvarez and somebody else, because Haaland needs the supply. So I think Pep Guardiola needs to get things right. Otherwise, I expect an 11-point gap very soon for Arsenal.
Yeah, I just think it's a tough 1-0 for Man City, in favor of Man City, because I think Aston Villa will sit back and derail them for quite a good time of the game, but they are likely to score to just like get over a result. So that's just simple for me.
Yeah. And yeah, there is also going to be a double game week. But guys, this is going to be a special edition. Mr. City knows. I know he can't wait for us to talk about this game. So there is going to be a special episode for just this game. City vs Arsenal. Who is going to win? I think this is going to be the title decide. I think the one who wins this, then either City get close and actually now look like challengers, or Arsenal look like they're going to run away with it. So this is the game that decides everything. Mr. City, I know you have been waiting. This is for you. We are going to have this with you on the podcast. I think that's all we have time for in this episode, and see you next time, guys. Hit the like, subscribe button. Don't forget, subscribe, like, comment. Tell us what you think. Tell us all the games. What are your scorelines? What do you expect? And we love the feedback. We love the engagement. Continue doing as you do. Till next time, guys.
Cheers.